of course there is a cop sitting right there. Metal chunks already, which is not a good sign. All right, so it's currently 8:30 in the morning right now. I'm getting ready to go retrieve the 335 because we actually ended up getting stranded the other day. It's been a while since that's happened, and you might be wondering what actually caused the 335 to get stranded, but we're gonna get into that. So I'm gonna get ready here. I gotta meet the tow truck driver, and he's gonna help me get the car and bring it back to my place. And then we'll kind of figure out what we need to do to the car in order to fix it. But first, I think I'm gonna get a little coffee in me because I'm just a little drowsy right now. Oh, and also if I sound a little bit different today, I'm a little under the weather. I'm feeling better now, but we're still getting back to normal. I'm currently on my way to meet up with the tow truck driver. That way we can finally get the 335 home. And I figured it would probably be a good time to explain what actually happened. Now, it's kind of a crazy story because just the scenario itself was not ideal. So I went out to record some social media videos. While I was out just getting some clips and whatnot, just like I normally do, I decided to give it a little bit of a rip. When I did, I believe I shifted from second to third gear. I kind of smacked limiter a little bit, and as soon as I shifted it into the next gear, I kind of heard a pop and just heard immediate just metal clanking kind of sounds. And since I was recording, I have it on video. I can throw it up on the screen real quick. But obviously I immediately let off and my mind went to the worst case scenario, which was I just threw a rod through the side of the block. As a few seconds pass, I start realizing I think I know what this might be because it isn't the first time. And as I suspected, it was a broken front axle. Now, this is pretty common on X-Drive models if you're making a decent amount of power, because unfortunately the XI models aren't really supported in the aftermarket too much. So there's not really an upgrade for front axles, at least as far as I'm aware of. So you're kind of stuck with the stock axles and they can only hold so much. And it's definitely a weak point because as soon as you start messing with the suspension geometry on the X-Drive models, things start getting weird and the axles don't really like it as much. Definitely puts a little bit more pressure on the CV joints. So it's not ideal, but obviously us car guys, we like to lower our cars. It's almost one of those things you just kind of have to prepare yourself for. But anyways, I'm getting pretty close to where the car is, so I'm gonna stop recording and talk to you in a sec. I'm pulling up to the car right now, and of course there is a cop sitting right there. Great. Say hi to the cop. And there is the 335 getting loaded up right now. Seems like a really nice guy and knowledgeable as well. Took like 5 seconds to load it up on that trailer. He said he's towed a lot of Porsches, Ferraris and stuff. So that makes me feel a little bit better because at the end of the day, I just want to make sure my car gets home safely and make sure that there's not any more damage done. So things are going pretty smooth so far. I'm not going to say anything just yet because the car's not home, but fingers crossed we'll have it home here shortly and this will all be in the past. All right, so the car has successfully made it home. And I'm getting ready to jack it up and take a look at it. From what I can tell so far, it looks like the axle actually popped out from where it seats into the oil pan, essentially. And I guess that kind of makes it easier for taking it out, but hopefully nothing else got damaged in the process. There's only one way to find out, so let's jack it up first and take a look. All right, so the wheel is off. I haven't even looked at it yet, so you're getting a live reaction. And I would definitely say the axle is broken. It's already halfway out of the oil pan. Definitely broken. So I pulled this metal tray off of here and I'm seeing metal chunks already, which is not a good sign. Then we take a look under the car and it looks like the axle support bracket actually sheared itself straight off of the oil pan. I'm about to see if the bolts are all good. They seem intact and pretty straight. They don't appear to be bent or anything, but I would definitely say that's our issue right there. So obviously I'm gonna need a new one of these, but I'm gonna keep inspecting everything just to make sure nothing else got damaged. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Unfortunately, it looks like it broke here as well. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's kind of just off. It looks like it really got mangled whenever the axle broke. And I'm assuming it's not even the axle that caused it. I think it was probably this shearing off that caused the axle to no longer be supported. Here's one half of the axle. There's the broken bits. I still have yet to remove the other half of the axle. So unfortunately, I might have to replace the whole oil pan, which would kind of suck. But if I have to do it, then I guess I have to do it. It's definitely pretty labor intensive. I'm gonna have to think this over and go over my best options and start compiling a list of parts that I'm going to need. So I might have to cut this video a little bit short because I don't really have everything. And I know it's gonna take a lot more work to get everything completely finished. I think what this clearly shows is some of the limitations that the xDrive models have. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the all-wheel drive models aren't heavily supported in the aftermarket, so you can't really upgrade a lot of this stuff, which kind of sucks, but I guess that's what you have to deal with. These cars are starting to get pretty old. I mean, almost 20 years to be exact, which is definitely crazy to think about. The more power you start pushing on these cars, the more prone they are to braking, because obviously that's what happened here. I'm gonna take some time to figure out what exactly my plan of attack is here and get some more parts ordered. I think that's gonna do it in this video. I will talk to you in the next one. Hopefully things go a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, it helps out a lot. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Cheers.